Now get 0% Ford credit financing on a huge selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, specially tagged Ford vehicles get $1,000 smart bonus cash. That's freedom from interest and freedom to choose from Ford Focus, Fusion, and Escape. Even Ford Edge, Explorer, or the Built Ford Tough F-150. No wonder Ford is America's best-selling brand. During the Ford Freedom Sales Event, get 0% Ford credit financing on a huge selection of Ford vehicles. Plus, specially tagged vehicles get $1,000 smart bonus cash. Not all buyers qualify for Ford Credit Limited Term Financing. Supply of vehicles with smart bonuses limited. Not available on Focus RS, Shelby GT350, Transit, Transit Connect, E-Series, F650, and F750. See dealer or go to Ford.com for qualifications and complete details. For all offers, take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 8/1/2016. Sales claim based on 2015 calendar year sales.
Welcome back to Younger Life Live.
Good morning, everybody.
We're on day 3 of Fair Talk. I'm Mary Anthony.
And I'm Mike Sanders.
Yep. And so I have to tell you, first of all, I was listening to Jeff on my way in talking to Dennis, who is awesome. I actually got to meet him last night at the fair.
Yeah, Dennis was at the fair?
Yeah, he was at the fair. So I got to meet him. That was so nice. And, he's always so full of great, so much information. Yeah. Every Wednesday, I love to listen to what's going on and at Cablin's. He's just awesome.
My list is getting longer of the things I have to buy.
Oh, I know, seriously. And the projects that I need to tackle. He's so knowledgeable. But it was so nice to meet him. And he said, Mary, and he said, I'm Dennis. And I said, oh, hey. Dennis. And so I have to say good morning to Dennis. I'm a hugger. I didn't hug him, but I wanted to because it was so hot at the fair. I thought he would probably not appreciate it.
It's a nice fist bump when it's
shake his hand. It was so hot. And it rained yesterday afternoon. It downpoured, but only for like 5 minutes.
You said it all week. It's got to happen.
Oh, it does. It's the fair. It'll
happen,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was surprised it was such a short amount of rain, but it felt just stickier almost after. So that was interesting. So I thought, I will spare him that and not hug him. But it was still nice to meet him. So
it's really cool when you meet people who come through the radio station, meet him face to face.
That's it. It was so neat to meet him in person, and especially since I hear him every week. It was so nice. So again, thanks, Dennis, for introducing yourself. And I know, and good morning. So anyways, the fair yesterday was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did, it was day 1 of sports medicine related stuff. They're doing that yesterday.
Which we previewed.
Yesterday. We did.
And show,
today, again, is sports medicine stuff.
But yesterday was walking on a treadmill.
They did. We discussed that software called Dartfish.
Dartfish.
Yeah, and it's such a cool program. It's such a great idea and such a useful tool, honestly. So we got to see it in action, and the line was long. There were a lot of people there wanting to do that. It was
people
really
listening
cool.
to Younger Life, maybe they wanted to come out and see what their gait looked like.
That's it. So, and it was neat. Even my kids, 4 of my kids got up on it, and it was cute, So it was a good time. I did it. It was fun, and it was hot, though. It was.
I can imagine.
Yesterday was the day that we actually indulged a little bit of. I said, okay, guys, you tell me a couple, of your guilty pleasure foods at the fair, and we'll get a couple of them today.
Snack around. Yeah.
Yesterday, we did, and we were so. By the time we left, we were just miserable, and I think we didn't even eat that much stuff. I think it's because we shared a lot of different things. That's what we did.
Well, yeah.
But Yeah, I felt bad because I did get fried pickles and I intended to save you one, but they were gone.
So they were good then.
They
what
were
you're
delicious.
saying. Oh, man.
They were delicious and they were gone. Very, very quickly.
Was it the Spears or the chips?
Spears.
Oh, man.
I'll be there every day, though.
Okay, I'll be out there
I
sooner
promise
than later.
I
I
will.
will be out there sooner than later.
Yes, absolutely. I thought, man, yesterday on the treadmill, I thought you should definitely be out here. I
You think some people on the treadmill suffering, you think Sanders. And I appreciate
No,
playing.
it's very short. I did it, but it was interesting to find out that actually one of my glutes, my left side's stronger than my right. And I said, I'm such a dominant right-hander. That seems strange to me. And then we really discussed it the way I was standing. She said, do you stand like that often? And I said, yeah, I do. And she said, that's probably why. And I said, you have to think, my oldest daughter turned 16 in a week. I've had, for 16 years, my youngest is 4, I've had a baby on the hip.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I do that. I put them on my left side because I'm such a dominant right-hander. And even now we babysit occasionally for a sweet little baby that we love and some cousins and stuff. And so when I carry a little one, they're always on my left side.
I had to do
so
the same thing.
That makes perfect sense.
That's my left
Isn't
is
that
my
funny?
dominant baby holding hip.
It's my baby hip. So I told the kids, I'm off balance. It's your fault. No, it was
that
fine.
left glute is invincible.
It was really neat. And you know what they had, we spoke to Mike Pfeiffer yesterday, administration. He's the administrator of sports medicine.
Yep.
And he was there. So we talked to him about stretching and stuff. And so they had handouts. And I said, well, I'm taking one of these and I'm going to work on that. My balance.
Even
apparently.
both sides up a little bit.
That's right.
Carry 2 babies. Just
That's right. And so, yeah. It was neat, though. It was really, really cool. It was a great time. And again, very, very packed. The fair, there were tons of people there yesterday. There were a lot of shows going on as far as animal shows, taking place. Okay. I ran into Sasha G. Burns. She runs Sunkissed Organics. We've been out to her farm and stuff. I ran into her with her daughter's goats. That was so cute. She said that they had done very, very well showing. It was their first year. And they also put their goats in a costume contest, which I think is...
Goats in a costume contest.
That darling?
What were the costumes?
One was a princess, and I'm trying to remember what she said the other one was. I don't know, but they won. I think they got third in that. One of the goats took second and one got third, I think. They did great. It was nice to see her. There were just so many people all over. You run into everybody, but everybody's at the fair.
That sounds like a good day at the fair.
It's a great time. It's so much fun. It was cute. My kids were thrilled to run into her because they could pet her goats.
Oh yeah, of course.
And there's a miniature horse. Okay, miniature horses. They actually have like a class. They're called mini equine, where they can show those. People can take them. They're darling cute anyway. Mm-hmm. But there is a miniature horse that has a baby there.
A miniature horse that has a baby. It's a miniature horse that gave birth.
Yes, the baby's like 3 weeks old, I guess. So the baby obviously was born prior to fair.
Really small horse.
It's so cute. It almost looks fake. And honestly, I was staring at it thinking, I would want one. I don't have a big yard. I don't have a barn. Can't I put this in my backyard?
Run.
Can't it be a house? A house horse? I mean, it's so darling. I was speaking to a very nice lady there, was telling me a little bit about, she was related to the 4-H'er because she knew about the horses. Mm-hmm. The baby's name is Vanilla. Oh. And she's 3 weeks old. And I said, do you have any idea how much she weighs? And she said, she's about 25 pounds. Now,
25 pounds?
Now, mind you, I have 2 dachshunds, weenie dogs, one of which is overweight, and he's 25 pounds.
Wait a minute, you have a dachshund that weighs this?
I said, my weenie dog weighs as much as that little miniature horse.
Oh, man.
Darling, though. So cute.
You got to get it like a jacket that looks like wings, so it looks like a miniature Pegasus or something like that.
It's so cute, honestly. It looks just like, was just very sweet. And the mother was so cute to watch her because she's very protective of her baby. She'd stand guard. The baby was laying down, and she lets people look. But I noticed a couple kids, surprisingly not my own this time, trying to reach in to touch it. And
Mama wasn't having that.
She didn't freak out on him or anything, but she would, she was kind of standing guard, and she'd kind of like make a lot of movements and like inch closer to her baby, kind of get in front of the baby a little bit. And I said, look at how interesting that is. I mean, this is just, it's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
I love to go for the animals. I always tell the kids this. I know kids like to go ride rides, but we only ride once during Fair Week.
Gotcha.
And we haven't yet ridden rides. I did allow them to do the bungee jumping. You know what I mean? They have this thing set up where there's 4 like trampolines there.
Gotcha.
And they hook them up, and it's you're jumping on these trampolines, and you're like, you're like attached to bungee cords.
Those are
and
cool.
stuff.
That's cool.
They love that
I
too.
love it, yeah.
So I said, you can do that if you want to, but we're not riding rides because that's off the ride midway. You know.
Get that.
So we did that yesterday and had a little bit of food, but I love to go in and out of the barns. We see so many people. They get to touch so many animals that although they see, you know, we live out in the country, so we see lots of animals, but they don't necessarily touch a pig. You know, I said, you know, pigs are the texture of their hair is rough and scratchy, but pet one, feel it. It's different, you know, and it's just fun. I love it. I love to see that, and you know, pet the sheep to feel. There was a couple of sheep that they had left the wool on its head, like a little puff.
Like a patch.
Yeah, so like pet that, feel that, you know,
yeah.
Especially my littler ones. Of course, my bigger ones have already all done that every year, but my littler ones are at great ages for that. Touch that, feel that.
It expands the brain.
It does.
Tactile
the
interface.
bunnies. Oh my goodness, they had people with bunnies out. So my kids are just loving on these bunnies, begging for bunnies, of course, you know, and we've tried rabbits once.
I think everybody likes bunnies until you own them yourself, unless you're just a bunny owner. Some people are just naturally good at owning bunnies.
Well, you know, bunnies are awesome, but bunnies can also, bunnies still are very independent animals. They don't, if they don't want to be held, they're going to scratch. They're going to bite.
They're going to nip. Yep.
And people don't think of that. They think, I mean, kids don't think that necessarily. They think, ooh, they're just going to get to hold this bunny.
You're like a pillow that I can do whatever I want to. It's like, it's alive. And
it doesn't necessarily want you to be squeezing it. So it might bite you. But, you know, it's just, the bunnies are darling. And we did own bunnies once, but we got our bunnies when they were near grown and they were not used to being handled. So we thought very naively that we could tame the bunnies, and we had a very difficult time with that. My husband and I would be the only ones to handle the bunnies. We would get them out and, you know, put them on our legs on jeans, you know, on like make sure we're wearing jeans in case they freaked out and started clawing us or something, and then the kids could pet them, but they never had bunnies they could hold and really love. So they beg for that now, all of them. They keep saying, why can't we each have a bunny? That would be 5 rabbits.
Now let me toss this out before I lose it. I think that's a great title for a book, Taming the Bunny. It really it's like somebody steal that right now, write a book. That's a great one.
It is. That's fabulous. I love it. I love your brain's always turning. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. Again, at the fair, the LaPorte Hospital tent they had a great crowd of people that just, again, continually coming. They just had some really cool stuff there. So we got a little bit of another little clip of me there, all hot and sweaty and gross. But whatever, you know, I think it's just the fair. Bear with me, people. It's the fair.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi guys, day 2 at the fair. I love it, it's a blast. And I'm at the LaPorte Hospital tent here at the LaPorte County Fair. And today it's all about sports medicine. And this is awesome, very busy like I said yesterday. It's been a blast. We spoke to Mike Pfeiffer this morning on air about what was going on. And so this is the guy here, and we're talking about stretching techniques today, right?
Yes.
I see you have some pretty cool handouts.
Yeah, we have a couple of handouts. So basically, we just have handout on general stretches to do. You can do them daily. And then if you have any specific questions about if you're in a sport or you have an injury or anything like that, then you can feel free and stop by and ask that as well.
It's fantastic. I think that's a great option for people. We kept pushing that. People don't realize they can ask questions. This isn't just a visual demo and a handout. There are things here you can actually, you guys are an awesome tool and resource. Could you show me a couple of these exercises on here? If I were to, okay, we're talking about Tour de LaPorte. So for a biking, post-bike ride, right, before or after, what would be the best time to stretch?
So I think the best time would be to stretch after a warm-up. So I would do a light ride or light warm-up, and then do some stretching afterwards, after those muscles get warmed up. You're going to have more elasticity in the muscles and get a better stretch. And then probably most important would be to stretch after your ride, get some of that lactic acid out, and so you don't get as much soreness after your ride.
Okay, well I love to bike ride, but I'm not like a cyclist by any means. I mean, for me to commit to the 25-mile is really big. So I'd like you to give me some tips on when I am like doing this little bit of training and trying to build up a little
bit. What are some key stretches I should be doing when I get off the bike?
So being a biker, obviously you're in a seated position and a forward position on the bike. So I would definitely do some back stretches and then also some hip flexor and quad stretches.
Can you show me? I hate to put you on the spot. I know it's a zillion degrees out here.
Yeah, so probably the easiest stretch, and everybody's seen it, but some key points to make sure you're doing it correctly with the quad stretch is you can hold on to something if you need to for balance, but just grabbing back of that heel, pulling up, and bringing that towards you. So you can grab onto the chest.
Yeah, look at me. I got some balance.
Man, seriously. You don't need any stretching.
I've got balance.
So the key with this stretch is, one, we want to keep that knee pointing straight down towards the ground. So what we don't want is for this to come forward like that, because then we're not getting as good of a stretch here. And then also we want to try and keep it down so we can stretch this out.
I really feel it.
Yeah, so
I do.
So, because there's a lot of people that if they just pull up, they can get towards their rear end with their knee out here, but then when you get it straight down, you get more of a
I
stretch.
feel it, and I actually feel it in my hip. It feels good.
Yeah. So that's probably the easiest one to do without having to get on the ground or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's a good one. And then hamstring stretch would also be another good one. So an easy hamstring stretch, just standing, would be put one foot in front of you, and then bend forward at the waist.
Okay.
Perfect. So keeping a flat back here and not letting that back round up.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, well you said back stretches.
Yes.
Is that was what I was
So that was more of a hamstring.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
some back stretches. Those are probably the two easiest ones to do, where we don't have to lay on the ground since we have a hard here. Would probably be to get on all fours, and then to basically round your back up like a cat stretch, and then to kind of let that belly hang down a little bit to stretch that out. So that's kind of a tough one in the,
I know,
with the surface.
Certainly not on the gravel.
So either that one or laying on your back and then bringing both of your knees up towards your chest and letting that back round out there.
How long should we be stretching post any workout, really, whether it be a walk or a bike ride or?
Yeah, so it depends on your sport and what you're doing, and even the kind of stretch. So all of these stretches are considered static stretches because we're just holding. So generally I say to hold 10 seconds 10 times.
Okay.
But if you're in a sport where you're throwing or jumping or maybe even biking, you can do more of a ballistic stretch where you're going to be doing a little bit of a bouncing type movement. If you're not used to that movement, I would not suggest that because that's going to really strain the muscle. So I would do more of a static where you're just holding that stretch. But if you're used to that jumping type movement, you can hold and then just do like a light bounce.
Very good. Lots of good information. Can I take one of these? I definitely don't need to take any of these goodies, but I see you're also giving out pedometers, and is this a flashlight?
Flashlight, yeah.
See, that's awesome. It's so handy and fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for talking to us this morning and for showing me stuff.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Ron now, and we're talking gardening ergonomics. I know we've spoke to you before about lifting and moving, bending properly and stuff. I'm interested to see how it's gonna go into the gardening aspect. I think that's genius. Yes.
Well, a lot of times one of the biggest things we do in gardening is planting and weeding. And so how do you do that? You bend at the waist and you reach down to the soil and you do all the things you're supposed to. Well, that's really hard on your back because it stretches out the muscles and the discs and you can cause some problems. So there are some things that you can do to make that ergonomically more correct. For instance, you can take a pad and put it on the ground, and you protect your knee, and now you're at the ground, you have something to rest on, your knee, and you can work in the garden, you can pull weeds, they don't cry, and they just come right out, especially when it's not too dry. And so that protects your back. Or you can actually put both knees, but then you're reaching. So the one knee method is actually better.
Is it?
It's better on your back, and it's usually better for your knees, and you can switch over from right to left.
Yeah.
So now you can go from here all the way over. You got a large area that you can do without having to get up and down, and then move the pad, stand up.
I like this. Is a very easy piece of equipment too. I like that. They sell so many cool gadgets and stuff and little rolling carts, but I think that is a ton of ruckus just getting prepared to get out to the weeds. This is easy.
Very easy.
That's very good.
I use it when I work on my car as well.
Oh, that's That's a great point.
You do a brake job, you can kneel on this, it protects your knees, and it also allows you to get close to your work.
Fantastic. I'm going to use that because this year when I weeded my flowers, I sat kind of with my legs behind me, like on my rear, and with my legs kind of to the side, so I was leaning over. I'm sure that wasn't the best.
It's a little hard on the knees.
It was actually, yeah, it was like hard on my back. I felt a lot of tension in my back after that, and I thought, I must have worked hard. I think I was just doing it incorrectly, was apparently the case.
The other thing that you can do is get a bucket or a little step stool. And now you can reach down and pull weeds. Not perfect, but because you're still reaching, but at least it takes some pressure off of your knees. The other thing that you can do is you can invest in a raised garden. Now the raised garden will be about this high up off the ground.
Wow.
So now you're pulling weeds here as opposed to all the way on the ground.
It looks beautiful too.
And it does. That's my daughter's house.
Aww.
So made that for her last spring.
I think it looks really nice, and that makes perfect sense. Does she then just haul in dirt every year?
No, she just hauled a little bit of dirt in initially, and when we dug it, part of it's dug a little bit lower, so the dirt that we dug out of here we put back in, and so it didn't really require a lot of dirt. And she has a composter, which is a PVC pipe that's a 10-inch PVC pipe that she just throws her compost in there, and the worms come up and they digest it, and then she has this composter automatically.
That's amazing. Is that what's under this?
Actually under this little pot.
Under the pot, yeah. I think that's awesome. That's one of my favorite things about when we spoke to Sasha G. Burns from Sunkissed Organics, the way she composts everything. It's amazing to me. I always say, aren't you afraid you're going to do it wrong? She said, you really can't mess it up. I mean, it's very easy and amazing. Yes, I think that's fantastic. And you're handing out goodies too. Tell us about what your
sunscreen and hand sanitizer.
Notice it says YoungerLife on it. And sunscreen, you said? Wow, that's fantastic. That's a great point when you're working out in your garden or your flowers. Make sure you're using the sunscreen.
So avoid this.
Yep.
Try to keep things close. Come and get a brochure, and it'll help you, remind you how to lift correctly.
Well, thanks, Ron. Would you care to share with us a little bit about the mower?
Actually, I'll bet Wayne could share about the mower.
Ah, fantastic.
He has this ergonomic mower that is just amazing, truly amazing. So
beautiful mower. Hi, Wayne. My name's Mary. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We're doing YoungerLife Live here.
Okay.
So would you care to share a little bit about the mower?
Sure. This is a mower produced by Massport. They've done a lot of thinking about it, trying to make it easy and comfortable for people. For one thing, just to start with, in the handles, you can either grab it like in this fashion or this fashion, whichever is most comfortable for you.
Okay.
Easier on the wrists and arms and things of that sort. Then once we go down from the handles here, they've made it so you can adjust the handles to your personal height.
Wow.
Not everybody's one height.
Certainly. I'm a shorty, so.
So what we can do is undo these cam locks, if I can. We can adjust the handles to your personal
that's
height.
Fantastic, yeah.
Lock them back in.
And how easy, I like that.
Yeah. And then this is a self-propelled lawnmower.
Oh,
but
gotta love that.
here again, not everybody walks the same speed. This is a variable speed. So you can adjust the speeds to your personal pace. If you want to take and run a little faster, get a little exercise, you can speed it up. Or if you're an older person that doesn't walk as fast, you can slow it down. So it makes it very easy for you. Then this is also a mower that we can bag our grass with.
That's nice.
And a lot of mowers, to get the bag out of the machine after you've filled it up, is a little cumbersome.
Yes.
Well, Massport has done a little thinking here. They have a little pedal up here. You push with your foot. Now the handles tilt forward.
That's really
now
nice.
You can get right to the bag.
That's really nice. Wow.
Empty your bag. Place it.
I think that's fantastic. So easy to hook back on too.
You just push on the pedal, goes back down.
That's fantastic.
So they've really done a lot of work on trying to make it easy and comfortable for you.
Absolutely, and this I would imagine would be great for any age then, like you said, because you can adjust it, and I think that's great.
Right.
So you want to tell us where we could get one of these?
Seymour Sales and Service here in LaPorte, Indiana. We carry them on hand all the time.
Fantastic.
If we don't, always Probably takes a day or so to get them back in stock.
Okay.
So
You want to throw out your number?
362-5625.
That's great. I think it's fantastic. Thank you for sharing today.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yep.
Okay, I have Jess with me. She's an athletic trainer, and she works at a local school, junior high school age, right? Can you tell us some common injuries that you see, sports-related injuries?
Usually, most of the time, we have overuse injuries in sports, just from the athletes going from not really doing much or training in the off season, then to just hitting the ground running when it comes season. And usually, it's aches, pains when they come into the athletic training room that we usually deal with, and then we send it back on the court.
That's fantastic. So you do actually, you can treat them, and then you kind of gauge when they're ready to go back, or do they have to have a note from a doctor, or you, if you see fit, you'd send them there?
Exactly. Most of the time we can treat them in the actual athletic training room, and that's what we're trained is to recognize when we do need to refer an athlete to a doctor.
Yeah.
And that's why we work directly under a sports physician, where we can send the athlete to that sports physician and directly communicate whether or not that injury is basically.
I think that's a great resource for our schools and our students. And this whole dartfish thing that we're talking about, what a great resource for you to be able, this tool to use with these students, I imagine would be fantastic. I'm dying. I'm waiting. There's only one more person in front of me. Then I get to get over there and try it too. I just think it's fun. It's an awesome tool. Have you found that it really helps you out diagnose just, hey, this is why you're having back pain or anything?
I think the biggest thing for people is they actually see it in front of them.
Yeah.
The video actually helps them to visualize it. We can tell people all the time that you're doing this wrong, but when they see it for themselves on a video, then they're like, wow, I really am doing that wrong. And then we're able to actually give them corrective exercises to help the inconsistencies in their game.
I think that's perfect. Great. Well, thank you so much, Jess. I'm going to get in line. Okay, I'm going to get to do the dartfish thing. I have Claire with me, who's an athletic trainer. Can you tell us what's going to happen, or what I'm going to have to do?
So today we are analyzing her gait. Basically, gait is your walk. So we're going to be looking at her knees, her hips, and her ankles, looking for muscle imbalances to help with any pain. If she has back pain, it could be due to hip imbalances, strength imbalances. We'll also be looking at her feet to make sure that they're striking the ground at the right time and in the right position, to help prevent any further pain or issues from happening. So, you ready?
Okay. Take it easy on me.
So we're going to start with a walk.
Do I hold on?
Only until we get started. But I want you to do this as normally as possible.
Okay.
So basically, we're just going to start warming you up. I'll speed it up. Are you okay with running?
For like a minute.
Okay, no, it's like 10 seconds.
Okay, thank God.
No, it's totally fine. So have you been on a treadmill before?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hi.
Are you running or walking? She's running. I'm going to speed you up.
You tell me
So start jogging. We want a comfortable jog, but a semi-fast jog. So let me know when you feel
a little faster.
Okay. You good there?
Yeah. This is good.
All right. So now we're going to film you.
Okay.
All right. See, is that easy? So stay on it.
My shoe came untied.
Okay, stay on it. Don't fall off the back. I'm so scared.
Has anybody bit the dust yet?
Not yet, but people have never been on a treadmill. I'm like, oh man.
Don't do it here. You know.
Okay, so hop off here.
All right, I'm going to tie my shoe real quick.
Okay. And then Danny over here is going to show you what we filmed today so that you can get a better idea of what we might need to do to...
You said Danny?
Yep, this is Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hi. Lives in different specific ones on a flash drive.
Okay.
And we can go through and if we actually go through and tell you all.
Well, I'm curious where the actual cameras are. Where are they at?
Oh, under here. Yep. And then there's our other one back there. Yep.
On a flash drive. And then, so that's why this is just like a simple thing on it. You can actually do hip drops.
I bet you guys are roasting. I know a lot of people have been in line waiting to do this. This is such a cool activity.
Okay, so your biggest thing is your right side of your body. Do you feel any aches and pains in your right side of your body?
Not right now. I don't. Nope.
Do you go running at all?
I walk. I like to walk. I'm not really a runner. If I run, it's because I make myself and I hate it. I'm not good at it at all, but I do like to go walking.
Okay, so yours? Oh, and your, okay. I've got two things for you.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. So number one, I'll show you on your other side because your left side is strong. This. So we want that angle to be around 3, 4 degrees, 7 degrees. What I'm looking for is your hips. So think of if you have like a cup of water at your hips like this. Okay, so if I raise my leg like this, good. You want to keep that water full. Okay. Okay. But while you're running, it's sagging, so that water's coming out.
A lot sagging.
So all you want to think about is engaging this side glute. Okay. So when you're going like this, that water never moves. Okay. So same idea when you're running. If you're going, squeeze the tush the entire way through, and you'll definitely feel it. When I go this way, I won't draw it because it's right here to right here.
Okay.
That one's straight. Your left side, strong.
Really?
Solid.
That's funny.
Strong.
I'm
and
so
solid.
dominant right-hander. I just assumed if there was going to be any problem, it would be with my weak
Your
side.
right hand is overcompensating and your right leg is just that.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing we're looking at is see how your arches are just caving in right there?
Yeah.
It's actually doing that on both sides.
Okay.
Okay, so that plays a huge role in the shoes you're wearing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you see how it's just,
Yep.
That would be lots of ankle pain.
Okay.
Okay, and arch, of course. But shoes, what shoes are you wearing?
I just
Are these
have
your
my
running
old
shoes
crappy,
or walking shoes?
Yeah, it's my own crappy gym shoes.
Okay, arch support is going to be your best friend.
Oh, okay.
Brooks, Asics, Nike actually has some good stuff out.
Okay.
Brooks and Asics are kind of like the headliners for really good arch support shoes because that needs some oomph.
That looks terrible. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that will cause a lot of knee pain.
Okay.
Really common to get shin splints. Have you heard of shin splints?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, for a while I was trying to jog, like quite a distance, miles, and that's exactly what was happening to me. I was having a lot of
Shin
issues.
splints.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my
it helps
goodness.
to like
Look
get
at that.
so I can tell you all these things, but now you can see
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So do you have any other questions?
I don't. Thank you so much. I guess I need to go shopping for shoes. Oh darn.
Oh shoot.
Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate it. See, wasn't that fun?
That's awesome.
And you know what? They were all so fabulous there. I mean, helping out every little step of the way. It was so cool. And like I said, now they gave me a reason to have to go shoe shopping, apparently, because I don't have proper arch supports in my shoes.
Well, I'm so glad, too, to see the running that it only lasts for a few seconds. I was wondering, I'm like, how long are they going to make you run on this thing?
Oh, well, you know, it's funny. Yeah, I said I could do this for a few minutes, and she said it's only like 10 seconds.
Yeah, so
I do have to
now
tell
I'm
you
confident
too.
I can do it as well.
While we had the little clip on Dwayne, you know, our Younger Life challenger, Dwayne, he said in text, he said, "You don't let him ride rides, you meanie." I do let him ride rides, Dwayne, once a week.
But just not now.
It's like $120 for my kids to ride rides once.
It's a slow build up. You got, you don't want to do it day one.
But I want them to appreciate the animals. Although, you know, my kids would probably agree with you.
It's time to ride a goat.
That I'm the meanie, you know. I love it. That's funny.
Just pacing yourself. That's all it is. That's all it is.
So for today, what's going on at the LaPorte Hospital tent at the fair?
What's going on at the
I
fair?
wanted to talk about that a little bit. Today is day 2 of the Play for Health Day. You know, it's sports medicine related. So they're going to be doing a few of very similar activities. But the really cool thing that they're using the dartfish for today is they're going to be it's going to be a throwing exercise. Okay. And they're going to be clocking your speeds. So, you know,
Radar gun.
Isn't that so cool?
Yes.
And telling you, you know, about your efficiency and stuff with that again. So I'm really excited to do that. I can promise you I'm not very good at that. So that will be
Most
interesting.
people aren't as good as they think they are when it comes to throwing.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm having extremely low expectations on my speeds, so I'm hoping to impress my own self.
There
at
you
least.
go.
I don't care if anybody else is unimpressed, as long as I go,
as you.
hey, I'm proud of that. You know,
It's over 19 miles an hour. You're good.
I don't know. I have really no idea how to gauge that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not real good at that. It's not a strong point for me.
I have no idea. I'm trying.
Maybe
to
I'm better at accuracy. No, I'm not even that either. I can't even say that.
Can you throw a spiral with a football?
I can. I love to play catch with the football, and I like to play catch with the kids. It's all in
easy catches. You know what I mean? Like we try to set it up, and
You're not trying to dart the kids.
no,
with it.
a couple of my girls love to like really whip the ball, no matter what it is, whether it's football, softball, baseball, whatever we're playing with. They like to really whip it hard. And I say, I steer clear. Did they not remember the story when my sister almost knocked me out with a baseball and my son hit me with the wiffle ball and gave me the black eye? I'm a little gun shy about playing catch with a fast ball of any sort. So I'm not the best at throwing that
You
either.
have to get you like a cage mask for Christmas.
Like a catcher's, catcher's gear.
Mom's ready to play now.
It's cute. My son, who just wrapped up T-ball, he calls all the catcher's gear, they call it Iron Man because you're in all that gear. So his favorite position, he has told me, is Iron Man. And I said, yeah, I think I could use an Iron Man mask like that. I'd feel a little bit safer because, man, they all have good arms.
Well, yeah, my kids do the same thing, but I've learned to. I don't give them full force.
Yeah.
But I kind of throw it back at the velocity they've thrown it back.
My husband whips the ball at the kids. Like he does. I'm just gonna call him out on it.
Boom.
He does. No, it's all. I mean, it's very accurate, and they're great at catching it. And they love it. They're like, yeah,
you better learn to get
right
better
back at him.
catching.
I'm saying if they miss,
Yeah.
you're gonna really hurt them. Don't throw it that hard, especially a football. Man.
Yeah.
He can wing a football at them. My oldest was playing catch with my brother-in-law, her uncle, obviously, with a football. And, they are way across the yard and just whipping this football. And she bobbled it when she caught it and broke her pinky.
Oh, no.
I mean, that was years ago.
But it can happen. It really
Oh,
can
my,
happen.
it's so easily. And
Yeah.
all I think of is how bad that wiffle ball hurt to the eye. That was nothing compared to like a baseball or softball or football. So, but I am looking forward to trying the throwing exercise. It's been such a great time. And I've been so encouraged by all of the response of all of the people being there. They're all loving it. There was such a long line. It was so cute to see all ages too, not just kids, not just teenagers. Like there were little kids all the way up to, old people saying, hey, let me give it a shot and see what's wrong. See if there's anything that's quickly identifiable.
That can be diagnosed right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was just really, really neat. And to find out, about my imbalance in my hips a little bit actually explains a lot. I sit on the floor. I like to sit Indian style on the floor a lot. And, or if I'm, really doing anything, I'm on the floor a lot. I do occasionally notice aching in my hips. And I wonder if that's because I hold myself one way more than the other. And the arch support thing, she pointed out, my feet turn in so much. Like when I'm running, she said, that's just poor arch support. She said, I was in my already tennis shoes. I love shoes, but I'm not big on buying, crazy expensive tennis shoes on a regular basis. My regular old Skechers. I love them. I've had them forever.
No Air Jordans this year for you. Not the 2016s. Okay, no. All right.
Maybe the kids, not me. They get all the cool stuff. But, so, my old ratty Skechers I've had for years. I love them. Those are my tennies, whatever. But she said you really need another pair, and you need a pair with better arch support. So that was nice.
Pull your feet out a little bit when you're doing
Yeah, she said you'll be surprised by the difference in that alone, that one little thing. And I said, wow. I mean, it's so cool, and it literally took no time at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it was a really fun thing. And another great point I'm going to point out, to go to the LaPorte Hospital tent at the fair, they have all kinds of goodies. I mean, my kids were so excited. So Brendan, I have to say, he's always great to my kids. Everybody there always is. But he's like grabbing all these, little like flashing reflectors for their bikes, little flashlights. There's always the recipes of whatever they have there. They have these recipes.
Baby,
they have,
stuff.
Absolutely.
Stuff.
And they have free waters, and they had hand sanitizers and sunblock, which was great to point out because, that's something you might not think about going to the fair. I tend to spray my kids down every time we're there. One of my youngest is very fair, so I'm always like, sunblock. I just keep it with us. But
you may forget it, but it's a good idea to have some. Yeah.
it is, and or if you think you have it and
you check
or
your
it's
bag,
gone,
like, oh,
or
man.
I mean they were giving it away. I think that's just awesome, and again, it's just definitely pop in there. There's always something different, in there. So I look forward to going back this afternoon and seeing everybody. And I know Dr. Sarah Bancroft will be there. She's a sports medicine doctor. And so, again, ask a provider. They are there as a tool. They're there to use. And, and I think that's a great great draw for people that they don't even realize is there. So
I think it's awesome.
again,
Everything about it.
Yeah, they're between the goat barn and the restroom. They have a great location right there. And
if you don't know, ask your friends because they've all been there already too. So if you haven't, your friends have been there.
It is. They're in a good spot and they're doing a wonderful job. And I know they're there until, again, it's 4 to 7:30. Mm-hmm. And I know at 7, I think it must have been about 7:30, there were people just coming out as they were still, trying to like clean up and pack back up. Yeah. So, I mean, they've had a very good response. It's nice to see.
We'll get there early.
I know. So I have to tell you too, this is Fair Week, so that's our total focus. But I have been brainstorming for a while on Wednesdays, thinking that we, now you're here too. So you and I and Rick on typical Wednesdays should try different styles of workouts. Okay. We did chair yoga. Rick and I did that once and that was fun. And,
yes.
I ended up laughing, getting the giggles, but it was really fun. And I could see the validity in that. And I think that there are lots of different workouts and things that I like how
I'm already pre-invited to this
well, you're not invited. It's attendance required. Attendance required. So I think that it's cool. It not only opens my eyes, but hopefully everybody's eyes to say there is always something different you can try. One style of working out, whether it's the walking, the running, the biking, isn't for everybody. So there's lots of different things you can do. Even the day we did our hoppers, though that's a different style of workout, but certainly still gets the heart rate up.
Room, this,
I know they are. Yeah, they're still in there because Rick's bound to determine we're going to get to do it again.
You're going to do it again.
So
we have to.
He just wants to make sure that he is the winner again, and I might, hopefully, I might take one home and practice.
He had a face of
he had a determination
His face was so
on.
determined. I'm like, man, this is just an exhibition.
Yeah, I know
trying to beat your friend.
I know, but that's totally me too. I love that. So, although I was terrible, I will redeem myself as far as that. But I have an idea. So today I knew with our fair clip. Tomorrow I was thinking, although tomorrow isn't a workout Wednesday, I'm having the idea today. So I'm just going to give you a little clue.
Workout Wednesday. Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do, but tomorrow we're going to try, even if it's something short and it's Thursday tomorrow, we're going to try something different. And I'm going to just give you a clue. I'm going to tell you it's not a man-woman thing.
Not a man-woman thing.
But it's something that you have probably previously done. I would bet money on it.
Okay.
But it's something I have not. That I'm gonna bring stuff in and we're gonna try a little workout tomorrow. So it's not a competition.
Okay,
because again, it's not a competition.
It's like a war.
I guarantee that you've probably done it.
Okay.
But again, I don't want to give away too much, but I haven't. So I think we'll try it
when we have
tomorrow.
our post-show meeting. I'm going to squeeze it out of you.
No, I'm.
You're going to tell me what it is.
I'm buttoning the lip.
Oh man, I'm going to fail tomorrow. Okay.
No, you won't. You won't fail.
All right.
It's nothing. Again, it's not a competition. It's not like the hoppers where we're racing or anything. This is just a style of workout that I actually came across reading a magazine, and I thought, wow, I was kind of impressed by some of the statistics, and it was a short article, and I'm going to share it with you tomorrow a little bit, and
all right, I'm looking
then we're
forward
going
to
to try it.
I'm game.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Good. If I had been better prepared, we could have done it today, but I was not prepared.
All right.
So
it gives us all something to look forward to tomorrow.
Well, and I wanted to give you that little bit of riddle. So again, it's something I know. I'm certain you've done it.
Okay. But
I have not. But it is not because you're a man and I'm not. You know what I mean? It's not because this is a typical guy thing. It isn't. Guys, lots of men and women have done this. This is just not something I have done. So.
Okay. Lots of men and women have done it. You haven't, but I probably have. And we're going to explore that tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, we'll discuss that tomorrow, and I'll discuss the article and the reasons.
There's like 3% of my brain running right now.
I know. Well, good. See? Ha.
What is it?
I'm going to let that pick at you.
Yeah, I know. Like, what is it?
And I would like to maybe possibly get Rick on the phone tomorrow just to see how it's going for him. I've had
We should bug him.
I would like to I'm sure they're having a wonderful time. And actually, I heard from a person at the fair that said, hey, I saw on Facebook Rick's having a wonderful vacation. And I said, fantastic. I'm one of the weirdos that don't Facebook. So I said I haven't, but I'm sure he's having fun. I'm glad he's taken the family time. They've been so excited. So I look forward to hearing about it. But I thought maybe, just possibly, we could bug him for a few minutes tomorrow to see what he's done. And maybe we'll do it post our little workout. So when he pulls all this stuff out of his back pocket, all of these trails they've been on, we can go, well, guess what we did?
We did this.
No, I know he's beating us hands down in the physical activity department this week. I'm sure
Probably,
they had
yeah.
so many cool things planned. So
Yeah.
I look forward to dissecting that for sure. But I thought maybe we could call and bug him for a few minutes.
Let's
tomorrow.
work on that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd
cool.
be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Well, good. For everybody else out there, please get out to the fair today. Again, Sports Medicine Day 2. Let me tell you a little bit about
Throwing
tomorrow.
pitches.
I'm just going to let you know. So today, obviously, is the end of the sports medicine segment. They did that for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is is funny. They're doing colon cancer.
The comedy.
It is. It's colorectal comedy hour, which I know sounds strange.
But it's, as a person who I read up on certain topics,
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's interesting to me because you have to put it in a comical way.
That's it.
To solve. It's such a serious topic.
It is.
you
I
can't be
think
hit
their
over the head with
tagline
it.
is perfect. It says, because comedy is funny, but colon cancer isn't.
It's really what it is.
And it's so true. And they had done this. They had done an event similar to this last year, I believe, not at the fair, and had so much success and so many people saying, this is a topic that needs awareness, and so many people appreciative that they discussed it, and people saying, okay, this has opened my eyes to the fact that it doesn't have to be this scary thing. We can just face this head on and take it. So during the day tomorrow, on Thursday the 14th, they're having wellness trivia, in and out of the LaPorte Hospital tent from noon to 4. And then the colorectal comedy hour will be from 7 to 8:30 tomorrow night. And they have 7 comedians. I mean, it will be very, very good. I'm really excited about that. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. So for those people that, weren't sure maybe what day they want to go.
That's packed full. No,
That's gross.
no. Oh. God, I was working on that one all day. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, funny.
boo.
So,
I'm not one of the
anyways,
comedian folks. No,
that's funny.
sorry.
So you look at we're gonna add Mike Sanders to the comedian list for
Waka
tomorrow
waka,
night.
That's right. Yeah,
Dr. Seth Pato, we've had him on before. He's awesome. He's a GI doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be there tomorrow too for answer questions and schedule any colonoscopies that people, if they decide to do that. So I just want to give everybody a heads up. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
Again, the wellness trivia will be noon to 4. I'm not really sure what to expect from that. It just says wellness trivia. We will see. We shall
If
see.
it's like a Jeopardy setup, that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh, I'm terrible at Jeopardy, but that would be fun. I
like
love
a game
games.
show. Yeah,
I
see?
love games of any
People
sort.
like games, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty much up for that. So that is tomorrow. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Today's day 2, final day of sports medicine. We talked, they had so many athletic trainers there, and it was nice to talk to them. I think it's a great asset for a school. It is, especially when we discussed all the AEDs, the defibrillator stuff. They are so trained. They are really a fabulous resource for not only our students and our student athletes, but coaches, the crowd. I mean, they do a great job. So, and just seeing their work with this dartfish thing is really, really cool. So.
Yeah, it's my kids do gymnastics,
Mm-hmm.
and it's you're always kind of in the back of my mind. I'm always wondering and worrying that maybe they're putting a lot of stress on a certain leg
That's
or a
it.
certain arm or something like that, and they'll get sore on
Oh,
one particular
certainly.
side all the time. And you
Yeah.
ice them down, you do whatever, but it's like, is this something that could become chronic? You don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
with dartfish, you could kind of figure that out. So.
Absolutely, especially if it's just something structurally you're just need to stretch more. One of my kids, I've not seen such tight hamstrings. She needs to do these stretches, which that's awesome. She's 11, great. Start in. You know
Start
what
now,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, and my 13-year-old, they said, her too. They needed to work on these. I said, you know what? My oldest was not. She was already walking around with her best friend. But so she didn't get on the treadmill thing. I would have loved to have seen her though, because she's a hurdler. She hurdles. It would have been nice to see if form wise, there was something she could do to improve that. But she ditched us. She left the rest of us. Then. That's all right. I get it. I get it. It's the fair. Yeah. So yeah, it was really, really cool. I highly encourage people to get out and check it out. And again, with Dr. Bancroft going to be there, if you have a few questions, I mean, I'm sure you can't monopolize her whole evening, but she is absolutely willing to talk to and discuss some issues. So please bring those questions.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and bring your throwing arm today.
Oh man,
bring the throwing
I
arm.
start stretching that now.
Yeah, no, it's like from back in Nam.
My husband's on afternoon shift this week, so he cannot go. And he said, man, he'd love to go just to...
Well, you say he can throw a ball pretty good.
Yeah, that's what he wants to go for. Just
Yeah,
to brag.
on.
I know it. Just for bragging rights. He wants to go.
Take a long lunch, sir. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a long lunch. It's okay.
How cool. Yeah, it's really neat. I think that they're doing a wonderful job. The hospital's doing a wonderful job. And the fair staff have done a great job as far as keeping the fair... keep things going and moving.
Fun, interactive it sounds.
Yeah, and new. Things are different every year, and it's nice to see that. It's been all positive changes, but I think that LaPorte Hospital's addition has been, or their part in it has been a great addition to the fair. So
just it's like when I think of a fair, you think of the rides, you think of the food, the atmosphere, the smells, the occasional rainstorm that'll come through.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Heat. But for what LaPorte Hospital is doing. And bringing health awareness. And a community. It's really a community tent is what it is.
It is. And I think that's what's awesome too. In the waters, I said, can I take one of these? And they said, oh yeah, please. That's what they're for. They're just there. It's just nice.
Is that where you ran into Dennis Biggerstaff?
It was there. Yeah.
At the tent.
I know.
How cool is that?
I know. It was just nice. And it was, obviously I hear him every week. So it was just nice to get to meet him in person.
So everybody's
and that's
heading
why
to
the
the
fair is
tent,
great.
man.
Everybody's there. My kids too have to say they had, I believe they were Army. It was Army or Marines set up a little tent too, and a pull-up bar. So they told the kids, go ahead, try it. It was really cute.
Yes. Okay. Old Marine story. When I was in, and I was a young fit man, I could do pull-ups for hours.
Oh my goodness!
At a steady pace. It doesn't
I don't know
matter.
that I could do. I wasn't going to embarrass myself to try.
You have to try.
Oh,
I can knock
not
out
in
4.
net.
Now I can knock out 4, which is I think it's still the Marine basic requirement.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know what their basic.
It's 4.
Well, I'm encouraged to hear that. My 2 daughters, my 13-year-old and my 11-year-old, did 6 each. Oh, one did 5 and one did 6.
Boom! There it is. They're in.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize my boys. People had been giving them balloons and all this other stuff. So they had all the stuff in their hands, and I said, "You boys, you're going to skip it this time. You have too much stuff. Maybe tonight I'll let them try."
Let them do it, yeah.
I wouldn't there. I would do that on the monkey bars alone. So like on a playground where there's not an audience. Because I don't know that I could do one.
Oh, it's funny because we go to a park and we just found out the park that we go to, the pull-up bar broke. Someone broke it, so we go there for the pull-up bar.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we kind of go up. The boys, they'll do my sons, they'll go up, they'll do pull-up bars. They don't care. But me, I'll walk up and they don't notice what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm scoping the entire area. I'm looking for cars, walkers of dogs, and I'm like, when everybody clears out,
when it's good,
it's like now Daddy's ready to try a pull-up, and it's like feet are kicking.
I've let you boys have enough fun. Now it's my turn.
Yeah. Hope someone's coming back on the bars, boys. There you go.
It's your turn. I'm taking a breath. I'm thirsty.
Dad needs water.
Yeah.
Yes, Dad needs water. So.
Well, that's awesome. I think that's really, really cool though that you guys do that on a regular basis. I know at school they have standards they have to at least attempt every year with part of their physical education classes, where they have to try pull-ups and I'm trying to think. They do. Pull-ups and chin-ups are different. I mean, as far as like
the reverse grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, the forward
they
grip
have
is
to
harder.
do it. Okay.
Yeah, forward grip is harder. Backwards grip is a little easier.
Okay. That's how my kids were doing it then.
Yeah.
Backwards grip.
Yeah.
That's how they did it yesterday. But they're required to do that. And my kids they're really good at it. They all have a lot of upper body strength. So that's nice. Not I. Not I. That's probably why they're better at throwing a ball than I am.
See, here it is.
There we go. Therein lies the problem.
Oh man. Well, so the throwing is today. They're gonna have a radar gun out. If you can come in, you can check out if there's something maybe in your throwing motion that's maybe not quite right.
Yeah, with the assistance of the Dartfish.
But you can also come
software.
out just to see what your speed is.
Come see just come see what's going on in there. I'm sure there'll be a line. But they actually, although yesterday there was a crazy long line, they had them moving through. They were fabulous at keeping things going, so nobody was waiting a long time.
And the treadmill is going to be out there today? No,
I don't believe the treadmill's going to be out there today. I think it's just going to be I know. Look at you planning a trip and going, I'm going to make sure I'm not on it.
It's like I do at the park with the dogs.
It was neat. Yeah, it was neat. It was.
Very
so
cool.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And you'll be out there again tonight.
I will be out there this evening.
Roger that.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Then we'll see you tomorrow with another recap.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have another little clip of me making a fool of myself. It'll be fun. Gotta love it.
All right, catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
AM 1420, WIMS, Michigan City. A Girard Media